Hi everyone and welcome back to Ben's Kitchen, where today I'm going to be making a vegan miso ramen. And so I just have some of the ingredients out here. This isn't everything, but it's going to be very miso-y. I'm deciding to use this broth from Trader Joe's. If you were making it at home, you could use a homemade vegetable stock or just vegetable broth that you buy at the store or anything you like. But I wanted it to be super miso-y, and since I just have it there, I just thought, why not use this miso broth and make it even more miso-y. And I have this miso here, red miso. Yum. All right. So yeah, I'll get started here shortly. So in here, now I have one medium onion or half a large onion. Yellow is fine. That's what I use. Just roughly chopped. And then a 3-inch piece of ginger that I peeled and diced. And then 5 cloves of garlic that I just roughly chopped. So I smashed them, peeled them, and chopped them roughly. And this is going to go into this pot, which I've preheated over medium-high heat. And then I'm going to add just a little bit of this oil into it. And then kind of get these going. And I want to get some color on this, and I kind of want it to stick a little bit to the bottom of the pan so I can start building a really good flavor. So I added them all in, and as you can see, they're already getting a little bit of color, especially those small pieces of garlic and ginger. And I'm just going to basically let this go for 6 or so minutes until it kind of deepens in color, and especially the onion gets more color. And then I'll deglaze the pan with about a cup of that miso broth, and then I'll start building the broth. All right. So as you can see, it's darkening up a little bit, and so now I'm going to add in a cup of this broth here. So it's 2 cups, so I'm just going to add in half of this. And then now I'm going to scrape the bottom of it. And so now I've deglazed the bottom of that, and I've scraped up as much as I can. And so now I'm going to add in the rest. So it's the 5 more cups of that miso broth. And then I'm using a whole ounce of dried shiitake mushrooms. And then also in here is 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. I use reduced sodium because you can always adjust the salt later if it's not salty enough for you. So I'm just going to pour that right in. Make sure to get it all out. Don't want to waste anything. Get that little piece. All right. And now this is just going to cook for an hour and up to 3 hours. So I'll probably cook it for 2 hours. All right. So yeah, this is just going to simmer for that time. And this is just building all of that good flavor. All right. Thanks for watching. Yeah, that's pretty. So this has now been simmering for about 3 hours, 3.5 hours. And I had a lid on it, so not much evaporated out of it, as you can probably notice. But it's deepened a lot in color. The shiitake mushrooms have really gotten on a meaty flavor or texture, and they've rehydrated a little bit, so you can't see much. And the onions are really soft. And so now I'm going to drain this into this bowl here that just has 2 tablespoons of red miso paste. The recipe called for 1, but since we use a miso broth, I decided to do it. So we're just going to do less. So I'm just going to strain it into this bowl and then mix it together and give it a taste. So I've now mixed the miso in, and I'm just going to give it a little taste. Oh wow, that's really good actually. So I'm just going to add a little bit of toasted sesame oil, and this will just kind of give it that a little more classic flavor. I'm not going to add very much because it's potent stuff. Oh, it smells so good. Yum. Okay, so now I'm going to refrigerate this stock, this ramen broth, and I'm also going to take and pluck out the shiitake mushrooms from this, and I'm going to save them, and I'm going to actually have this ramen tomorrow and finish making it all tomorrow. So that'll include some toppings that I'll show you how to make tomorrow. All right, thanks for watching. So now it's the next night, and I am going to start making the little toppings. I'm just going to be cooking one thing here. And this is miso glazed carrots. And so in here is 1 tablespoon each of soy sauce, maple syrup, and the red miso. You could use white or yellow miso. That's totally fine. That's actually what the recipe calls for. and a teaspoon of lime juice. I'm using lime juice because I don't have rice wine vinegar. I need to actually get some. I love that stuff. It's super good. And so I'm just going to whisk this together, and then I'm going to add in these carrots. You can peel them if you want. I like the peels. I think it gives a little more rustic look to it. And I don't like to create the extra waste that comes from peeling carrots. I don't think it's necessary. And then I'm just going to bake these at 400 degrees on a foil lined sheet for about 20 minutes, turning them partway through. All right, thanks. So here they all are tossed and coated in that. I added another carrot just because I have enough glaze, and even if I don't use it in the ramen, I can just eat these because they're going to be delicious. I guarantee it. So I'm just going to lay these out on the sheet. I'm going to kind of space them out and make sure that they're in a single layer as best as I can. And basically with this, we're just gonna cook this until they are fork tender and starting to get brown. Again, around the 10-minute mark, I will kind of stir these around just to make sure they're not sticking to the pan. But that's kind of why we had the tin foil on it. It'll make it so it's kind of better in that way. All right, looks good to me. What do you guys think? Pretty even spread. That's nice. There we go. All right. Yum. Cool. All right. Thank you. So here are the toppings that I will be putting on the ramen when it's made. And so in here, corn. This is baked sriracha tofu from Trader Joe's, and I'm just gonna pan fry it up just to get a little bit crispy. Gonna add some shredded cabbage, some scallions, and the glazed carrots that are currently in the oven, and then the mushrooms that are from the stock. And so I'll go on top. And I will show you when I'm done constructing it. To cook the noodles, you just boil them, each packet, and then you boil them for only 4 minutes, they're really quick, and then you strain them, and I'm going to use the sieve, and then you rinse it. So unlike normal pasta, you rinse. So that means the carrots are done. So yeah, and I will show you when it's all done, and I'll reheat the broth that I made yesterday, and it's going to be super tasty, and I'm really excited. So I've now fried up the tofu. Doesn't that look good? I only did half of it because I'm only making 2 bowls. This recipe makes 4. And next I'm going to cook one of the ramen things, and this will be for Shai. This will be for her bowl of ramen. I hope she likes it. Alright, here is the finished bowl of ramen. I'm going to have to say, it's beautiful. You got the mushrooms there, the corn, the cabbage, the fried tofu, the scallions, and then in the middle, the miso glazed carrots with some garlic chili paste on top. You can also use sambal or sriracha. That's what I went for. Should be really good. And then inside are the noodles. There they are, for real. So yeah, thank you for watching this episode of Ben's Kitchen, where I show you how to make vegan and almost entirely gluten-free, except for the soy sauce, ramen. All right, see you next time, and happy cooking.